These are my 4 audience members, 1, 2, 3, and 4. My name is Brandy Niederschmidt, and this is my debate speech. The tumor is growing and cannot be removed. The affected will start a slow decline in health until no true quality of life exists. There will be an immense amount of pain that, even though given medication, will only become tolerable at best. If this were an animal I was speaking of, the very first question you would be asked is, would you like to euthanize your animal now or let it live and see how it does? However, if this were a medical chart of a person, that option would not even be considered. It's not even available to think about. How can an animal's life and pain be thought of with more compassion than a human life? Why can't an adult of sound, reasonable mind say, the suffering will be too great, or the suffering has already been too great, and I'm going to die, and I don't want to be in pain anymore? The consenting adult would do much of the same things that you do if you're going to put your animal down. You would call, make an appointment, go into the doctor, receive a lethal injection of medication that would first calm you, and then eventually make your heart stop. The reason this can't happen is because doctor-assisted suicide is considered to be immoral and inhumane and just wrong. However, the very same society that says that euthanization is immoral and inhumane are the same people that still sentence prisoners to death, and by death they are given lethal injection because it is the most humane way to kill them. How is it fair for anyone else to choose when we have had enough? When a human has suffered as much as that person can take? We all have different pain tolerances, so we could all technically take a little more pain or a little less pain than the other person. But it should be our right to end that pain if there is no other end in sight other than death. Furthermore, an issue that has been fought for since the beginning of time is individual rights. They are actually the same principles that America was founded on. We as Americans have the right to liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, of course, not every single thing can go on and someone can just say, well, I was pursuing my happiness. There can't be a mass murderer who goes out and shoots 70 people and says, well, it's okay because it made me happy. There are laws in place to make sure that whatever you choose to do to pursue your happiness is not harmful to society and that you are not breaking any federal, state, or local laws. If a terminally ill person were in so much pain and slowly dying, could it not be perceived that their constitutional right to freedom and happiness could actually be a doctor-assisted suicide? It is not hurting society in any way. And how can it be up to a government or a religion or any person for that matter to decide when you've had enough? If you have stage 4 cancer and you've gone through chemo and now your kidneys are failing, how many days or weeks are you going to have to be in pain, suffering, and slowly deteriorating before your body finally gives out? I know that for me, if that time ever comes, I hope that doctor-assisted suicide has become legal, because I would much rather go in, get a shot, fall into a state of unconsciousness, and never feel the pain again versus going through the horrible fate of never knowing which day would be my very last